Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the Peoria Riverfront Museum this fine Monday. Looking around this room, you would never realize that we'd had thousands of people here last weekend, but that's because of our incredible staff who turned this around so quickly, handled that volume so easily, and now we have a lot of more exciting announcements to come. I'm going to bring up President and CEO of the Peoria Riverfront Museum, John Morris.
Well, we're here for a very exciting announcement about our achievement program, and with one of our leading members of our board, Dr. Sarah Zallek, who will speak momentarily. But let me just start to state the obvious on this Monday morning. Congratulations to all of us, the members, the donors, the board, on behalf of the board, and especially the staff who did a tremendous job at bringing in what will be, on a per-day basis, the most popular exhibition we've ever had in the 12-year history of the Peoria Riverfront Museum. So congratulations to all of you. Henson is being crated up as we speak, headed out the door, 40,000 plus visitors. We're still tabulating. But it gives us a good launch pad for what we're announcing this morning, which is that engagement with the museum and the mission to unleash the full talent and genius of every individual is something that we do as well as anybody in the world, and better than anybody else, because we're the only multidisciplinary museum of our kind. We have so many tools in our toolbox. So from the Every Student Initiative, the pioneering flagship program, I was proud to start with the leadership of Sally Snyder on our board, who chairs our ESI Advisory Council, Dr. Sharon Karat, who helped us get it off the ground with Peoria Public Schools, and we're now in 49 schools with 18,000 ESI students coming, and with Polly Barton and the Barton Family Foundation, who helped fund that program. ESI, Every Student Initiative, gave us an engagement program for students and their families in a more formal way. But what we're really sharing today is a project that has been in the works for some 5+ years, since Dr. Sarah Zallek came up with an idea. And we have been testing a little here and a little there and over time, but it is ready and crystallized with the leadership of our fairly new Director of Education, Nichelle O'Saurus, and her team and the whole team of the museum. It is ready to be formalized and launched in a very special way. So today we are announcing the Museum Passport Achievement Passport Program. And to help elaborate on what's behind the thinking of this program, it gives me great pleasure to introduce the chair of our Education and Engagement Committee of the Board of Directors, a longtime member of the board, a member of the Visionary Society, a prominent physician with OSF, a nationally renowned neurologist, and an international speaker on leadership, both in the medical community and otherwise, and a proud member of the Film Society of the Peoria Riverfront Museum, as well as just about everything else. She and her family and her friends have been among the chief supporters of this important mission of the museum. So please help me welcome Dr. Sarah Zallek.
Thank you, John. I love this museum. I love museums, and I think there are a lot of people who love museums and know that when you visit a town, you go to a museum, it's a habit, you go in and see what you know, see what you don't know, see what you haven't seen before, and learn things. And that joy, to me, has been sort of a lifelong family habit. And when we were talking 5 years ago on the board, we were talking about how people engage with the museum. And I said that if we could find a way to habituate museum going, that makes it the most fun. Then people don't just go to a museum for a particular event or a particular exhibit, it becomes a habit. And if we create a system to reward and recognize that habit formation, or that visiting of the museum and engaging with the exhibits, not in a way that is a long, drawn out 15 hours in the museum, but go find things that are interesting and get that reward, the joy of learning something, but also if the museum gives us something, gives the person something to reward that engagement, then that becomes a habit. And then this little program was born. And the idea has grown. It was a brief idea, but the board and really the staff, the amazing staff at this museum has put this together. Nichelle O'Saurus is going to tell you more about it. But that little spark of an idea has grown into the Achievement Passport program that then last year, thanks to Alice Walton and the Art Bridges funding that's so very valuable to us, we printed our first Achievement Passport, and now we've got a program with wonderful prizes and rewards, including a trip to New York for a family, which is really wonderful. What a terrific idea. So as a board member, as a supporter of this museum, I speak on behalf of the other donors and supporters and board members to say that this is a very exciting time to bridge the ESI, the Every Student Initiative, when every school kid who gets to come in here annually gets exposed to this museum. Now we'll get exposed to the Achievement Passport to be able to reward every engagement, every visit. There's something that will reward them every time they come in here and translate that to their own engagement and habit formation and to that of their families and friends. Let's go to the museum. Let's go see what's new. Or there's a cool exhibit. And John was just telling me somebody came from the Muppets yesterday and found textiles and paintings and history and sculpture and all sorts of interesting things. They came from the Muppets and found a museum. And that made them say, I'd like to come back next year. So the habituation, we hope, is what develops as that joy of going to a museum, coming to the Peoria Riverfront Museum. And I can't thank my fellow board members and Visionary Society members and donors and supporters of this museum enough to allow this tremendous staff to put together this program. And I'll thank Nichelle O'Saurus for doing the logistics, and happily welcome her now to the podium to talk about how it's going to work.
Hello, I'm Nichelle O'Saurus. I'm the Director of Education and Engagement here at the Peoria Riverfront Museum, and I'm just so excited to tell you about the plans we have for what we're going to do with our guests over the next year. Taking Dr. Zallek's vision of personalized achievement and supporting that habit forming and building on the success of last year's Passport program, we have a whole year of opportunities for our visitors to engage with art, science, history, and we're ready to celebrate those achievements as they learn through their museum experiences. And of course, the big news is that one lucky participant of the Passport program will win a trip for 4 to New York City, and they'll get an opportunity to visit some of the greatest museums that our country has to offer, which is really, really spectacular. So, here's how it works. Yes, right? That's pretty awesome. So starting now, there are opportunities for visitors to earn points in their Achievement Passport every day that we are open. So complete a gallery scavenger hunt, get 10 points. Go to a show in the Dome Planetarium, get 10 points. See an immersive documentary in the Giant Screen Theater, get 10 points. And then larger activities or events will have more point earning opportunities. So maybe you're doing a sketching activity in the gallery with one of our gallery guides, you'll get 25 points. Or visit the Giant Screen Theater for a fine art film, get 50 points. Or go on a tour of one of our galleries with our gallery guide team, get 100 points. So there's lots of opportunities throughout the year to earn points. And then with the support of Alice Walton's Art Bridges Foundation and the Access for All program, the museum is open for free the second Sunday of every month. And those second Sundays, we will have lots of activities, lots of opportunities to earn points. So there will be opportunities for everyone. And then I just want to say this really is a revolutionary way to experience a museum because it's essentially gamifying visiting a museum. And we know from research that when learning is presented as a game, motivation increases and learning intensifies, academic achievement improves, and a little bit of friendly competition adds a sense of community. And so we're really excited for Achievement Passport users to build their confidence, find the things here at the museum that spark their excitement to learn more, and become part of this growing community of lifelong learners. This also is a great opportunity for us to build on those 18,000 Every Student Initiative visits that we get every year. These kids get to come experience the museum and then get a passport as encouragement to come back and experience more and dive deeper. So, I mentioned there were prizes. Let me tell you a little bit about how that works. Every day there's a chance for a passport user to earn a prize. You might get, prizes will vary, but you might get a small toy for finishing the scavenger hunt, or maybe you'll walk away with a little piece of amethyst after you've talked with a gallery guide about gems and minerals. On Access for All days, we will have a limited edition enamel pin for the first 250 people who get 100 points in their passport on that day. So here's our passport lanyard and passports. I've got a couple of pins as examples of what we've got going here. So passport users will get a chance to collect all the pins that come every month on Access for All Day. You'll get a different pin. And then each month, we will invite our passport users to report their points for the month to the museum, and we will award the top 3 point earners of the month a prize, something from the museum store or from the Giant Screen Theater. And then I will also be awarding a Director's Choice Award to any passport user who's just had a really great learning experience, so that we have an opportunity to celebrate learning of all kinds. And then, in December, we will get a chance to celebrate everyone's achievements. So every passport user who has at least 100 points for the year will win some prize, whether it's free tickets to the GST or a discount in the store. And the top 10% of point earners will be put into a drawing to win our big prizes, which includes our grand prize trip to New York City. This program really is for everyone. Museum goers of all ages will have an opportunity to deepen their engagement and learn more at the museum with the Achievement Passport program. And I have to say thank you to our generous sponsors who've made this possible. Because of the support of the Bon and Holly French Fund, the Visionary Society, and Alice Walton's Art Bridges Foundation, it is completely free to participate in the Passport program. With the support of Art Bridges, we are also open free on those second Sundays for Access for All, which means that everyone in our community has a chance to get big points and make it into that top 10%. I want to just recognize my team. So those of you who are on the E-team, the Education and Engagement team, if you'll just come stand with me for a moment here. Come on up. So this is the team of people that is putting together these activities. They'll be the ones you'll see in the galleries. They're the ones you want to talk to get those passport stamps. And our goal is to get 1,000 passports for the year, and we expect to give out over 100,000 points. So we are really excited, and we hope we'll see you soon to register your 2025 passport. And with that, I will welcome back our President and CEO, John Morris.
Some family is going to win a trip to New York City to go to the great museums of the Western Hemisphere. The American Museum of Natural History, our partner here with whom we built a bridge. The Museum of Modern Art, the 9/11 Museum, the great museums with whom we're collaborated like the Whitney Museum or others. It'll be up to them working with our staff, but think about how cool it's going to be to win prizes of all sorts. Many people, including our Visionary Society members, who have now topped 500 members strong, are supporting the cost of doing this for free. Alice Walton's Art Bridges Foundation, and especially Bon French, and in the fund he established in memory of his late wife Holly and he last year for special initiatives, really leading the way on this, and a great team to lead it. Now, one other thing, Nichelle, is that we'll be doing updates via email, yes. Right? And Naeem, raise your hand, will be the man behind these emails and the point person to keep our participants updated. So 1,000 passports a year from now we'll be celebrating or more. With how many points?
100,000.
100,000 points is our goal in year one, total points earned. So let's all get behind this. To our Central Illinois community, to people outside of the Central Illinois community, congratulations to this team and to the museum and to you, Dr. Zallek. The Passport, the Achievement Passport program of the Peoria Riverfront Museum is officially launched to begin this new 2025 year. Thanks to everybody. God bless.